And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get set, get set. Go Delta. Go Delta. Ready. Go Delta.
First down, Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A huge play there right off the bat. 43 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage. From
Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
20. Five down. Go Delta. Hurry up. Go Delta.
Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Go Delta. Go Delta.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Delta. Hey.
Bridgewater again. He's got Thompson here, complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. Spins past him, and down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right, get it to your back, get a lot of people out in front, control the line of scrimmage, wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They have a tough time getting him down.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Fletcher Cox with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. On second down, here's Mahomes. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Desmond King making the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Caught left side, Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Over the middle of Kittle, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. He got 29 yards that time. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Dancing to his, and he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Jordan Evans Leading the surge there, he drops him for a loss of 6.
Go Delta. Go Delta. Go Delta. Go Delta.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Go Delta. Go Delta.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And he comes back with one complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. And we'll see what the decision is here as they've got a 4th and 1 coming up. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
Delta.
Oh, look at this play call. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
Brandon, let's file this play away for later. Let's note this play because, to me, it's not out of the question that the decision to pass up the 3 there could come back to haunt them later on.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. It's Jaleel Adai who brings him down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now here's Mahomes. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He sets to fire deep. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 64 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible to something a little more advantageous.
Jones has it. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Get wide, man. Go Delta. Go Delta.
Bridgewater on first down. Caught left side, Hopkins. A good pickup there at 22.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Bridgewater. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
To the air again with Bridgewater. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
Here we go, gotta go. Delta.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Now with toss, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words.
Here we go, gotta go. Fire down. Go Delta.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-3. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
And he finds a man on a crossing route. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A right side catch by Crabtree. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Mahomes to throw on second down. Deep ball for Goodwin. This is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Keith Marshall, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A very solid gain of 27. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
First down, Bridgewater. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. And his throw here's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
On second down, Bridgewater again. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Here we go, gotta go.
On first and 10, Bridgewater looking for and it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Mahomes now on first down. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down. Looks like a nice second down for him.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Mahomes. Down man, it's complete. Williams. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got some space here. And he goes out right around the 39. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And at the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
This is Marshall. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Flush to his right. They find some open field here. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And now running right through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Williams. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes flushed out right. Looking deep for Julio. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Coverage there by Kevon Seymour.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Ryan Allen now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do in the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. On play action, it's Bridgewater. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cliff Averill able to drop him for a loss of 4. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
51, Mike. Mike 51. Delta. 51, Mike. 51, Mike.
Third and long for Bridgewater. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers have moved out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Mark Barron coming with pressure. He drops him on the blitz for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Airing one deep for Crabtree. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Jonathan Cyprien there defensively to make the play.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. This is brought in at the 21. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They run it for the first time with a backup move. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
McCaffrey on the toss right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing. Just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Get wide now. Delta. Delta.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. Give him 30 yards there.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker.
Delta. Delta. Delta.
Bridgewater on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cliff Averill in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Shaq Thompson in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response.
Delta. 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 Delta.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Flushed out right. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, push their backs clearly against the wall.
And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They go play action here on first down. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Not a blitz, but the guy who's normally the last line of defense recognizes he had a chance to get to the quarterback, and that's exactly what he did.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for Minnesota. 57 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Escaping the pressure right. Going for it. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jaleel Adai.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The second down throw for Bridgewater. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Packers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Room here to run. And now look at him go. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. 82 yards. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. And now out comes Minnesota. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved the hand. Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Marshall. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Keith Marshall with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. Little insult to injury here late in the game. From the right hash, this from 48. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these 2 teams meet. But until then, this game's over. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Packers, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll drop to 0-2. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills.
victory. Gold on my neck, Mr. T. Victory, victory. Zombie gang rapping that NYC. Victory, victory. Ice on my neck like a little weak. We run like a pair of cleats. It's on earth, but it's where I be.
Money over on my headstone. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my headstone. Been cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on a headstone. Too late, he already dead. Imagine when you're 30,000 feet up, what you think of? Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts would turn to dream. Cause I never knew I'd get my chance to link up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down.
Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to it's talking, it's hustling me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to doubt, it's clear to see. All eyes on me, 400 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy, does it. In public, hated or love it. The underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary, the start of war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player. You ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice and super duper fly. Used to keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping. See you at the crossroads.
Money over on my headstone. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on a headstone. Too late, he already dead.
It was written in the children's story. Their life's a so what you want. Every day I struggle with it. Only God could tell me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money, quiet storm. Have it stars. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the I'm a player on the late night tips. So they see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog. To the skull, ignorant. Can I live? Still film it, kiss to death, friend protect your neck. 3 boys in the Cadillac, grave digger, kiss to death, friend protect your neck. Shame on the 3 boys in the Cadillac, grave digger.
Money over on my headstone. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone.